I'm talking about you and your...
Yes,
you've
that's what I'm
heard so
saying.
much about what people are saying about
Yes.
the Central.
Yes, the Central. You have three arms of government, right? Well, it's the way political positions are distributed. Number one, when Oshiomhole was governor, he was from the north, his deputy from the south, and the speaker from the central. This time around, the governor is coming from the south, the speaker from the central, and the deputy from the north. What more balance can you have?
You think that will earn you a win in this election?
Shehu, you will be surprised if we do not win 67% to 68% of the votes in the polls. From what we know now from the exit polls, then something would have gone wrong.
You think the disconfidence that you have, if you lose this election, what will happen?
I'm not thinking I know.
That you will win this election. What poll are you following anyway?
Well, just check even your polls at the end of your last debate. Show what were the scores. You knew it.
But what I'm asking you is that if you go to the
polls,
election today,
yes,
you think you're going to win that election? If you lose that election, what would you do?
We will know something fundamentally wrong has occurred and we'll challenge it.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, because a lot of people, this is not the first time we're saying incumbent parties losing election.
Incumbent parties that have performed the way we have performed in Edo State.
A lot of people will be asking questions. You're talking about continuity, performance.
Yes.
Some people are talking about non-payment of pensions and gratuity to retirees.
Yes.
People will talk about the burden of taxation in the state. And that's, you want people of Edo State to cope with that and continue for another year?
Well, you talk about the issue of pensions. We have almost 11,000 pensioners in Edo State. The crisis we have, and because of what has happened in the economy, is we've not been able to pay only about 500 yet. And we're working on that. So 500 out of 11,000 cannot change a situation, especially when you're working to make sure that you bring the pension issues to date. But unfortunately, for us, we've not been able to explain to the people that this pension burden was created by the same people who are contesting with me. They sacked civil servants, they sacked 7,000 civil servants without paying them gratuities and pensions about 12 years ago. And we have had to try and play catch up, and today we only have 3 years of deficit. That's what we're working on.
As it stands now, what will be different that you want to bring to the table from what Governor Adams Oshiomhole has done in Edo State if you were elected?
First, I'm focusing on jobs. We're looking at
what's the cardinal point? How many points?
Yeah, it's jobs.
Jobs? That's the only thing you want?
No. I'm consolidating on the achievements we have made. First, we're going to continue to build more of our infrastructure. We have an infrastructure master plan. We've done a bit of it. I need to continue with that. We have our educational master plan. We need to consolidate that and continue. But more importantly, I now need to focus on empowerment, making sure I provide more jobs for the teeming youths of Edo State, and then empower our women. It's working.
How would you describe your plans, your program?
Well, clearly.
How many are they?
I have 5 programs.
What are they?
First, I want to fix the civil service. Because before you run government, you have to have a civil service that works.
Okay.
So I'm going to be hiring and training and improving the skills of our civil servants. I'm going to be focusing on infrastructure, roads, but particularly I'm going to emphasize broadband because that will drive commerce. I'm going to be focusing on education, improving our curriculum so that we can get more kids to have more technical and vocational skills.
You talk about, in your program, you talk about 200,000 jobs.
Yes.
Where do you hope to get that from?
By creating an enabling environment, which we have started, for investors to come in and provide the jobs, particularly in the case of agriculture. As we speak today, we've granted CFOs to about almost 10 investors with the total land mass size of about 150,000 hectares. We're bringing in large-scale farmers who are going to now incorporate a lot of our young people as outgrowers and small business or small farm holders. That in itself, from the first phase, we're going to be creating
What kind of crops are you looking at?
Well, we have competitive advantage in palm, in rubber, in cassava, in and grains, and also in poultry.
Industrialization, we know Edo State to have that. But it looks so much that the unemployment rate in this state is so high, and one will be wondering, some of the companies in this state have folded up.
No, more companies have reopened and reestablished. And these companies, mind you, are privately owned companies that have decided to locate because of our policies. What we had before, what we inherited, what the Bawumia administration and those, what they created for us, the last PDP administration balkanized and practically stole. The claims to have industrialized Edo State, all the companies they claim to have set up, they sold to themselves before they left. So what has happened in the last 8 years, if you go to the bypass now, you'll see Chinese companies that have come in and are making ceramic tiles. You'll see Indian companies that are doing steel. We've attracted, in fact, you can check it out. It's the largest project finance in Africa today, Azura Power Plant, the only independent electricity generating plant.
Yeah, because we need to go now, and I wish you luck as the election is few days away. But before you go, we know that this election is going to be keenly contested. It's going to be a hot race. But if you look to that camera and tell your supporters and the people of Edo State, those who are supporting you, not to be violent in this race, because Channels Television is for free, fair, and non-violent elections.
Oh, certainly. You know me, I'm a man of peace. I've run a campaign over the last 12 months that's been violence-free. Even though I've been attacked a few times, I've said to my supporters, you cannot afford to retaliate violence with violence. We thank God that the elections did not hold on the 10th, otherwise we would have had to live with a lot of bloodletting. Please, for the elections on Wednesday, there is no need to be violent. Right. We don't need to have violence because we know victory is sure.
Godwin Obaseki, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the Edo governorship race, talking to us on the program. Many thanks. Now we should be very
Thank you.
Well, we'll continue with asking the right questions from those who want to be the next governor of Edo State, but we'll take a short break. And when we return, we shall be talking about economic recession. Should we be selling our state assets? What about the stolen fund? That's next on the program. Join us again.